Have we been duped? Is this Liberty Safe's Bud Light moment? And what should you do right now with your safe to protect your privacy, regardless of the manufacturer? Did you know that SD Bullion is giving away a monster box of 2023 Silver Eagles? Sign up today at sdbullion.com/sweepstakes. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching Yankee Stacking. I'm sure by now you're aware of the massive blowback occurring with Liberty Safe. It's gone viral. And in this video, I'm going to cover the issue, I'm going to talk about the ramifications, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do, whether you already own a Liberty Safe or any other brand of safe for that matter. Now, I recently did a video on the best silver and gold stacking safe to buy. I visited Bill Dybert of the Dependable Lock Company in Hudson, New Hampshire, and reviewed many types and brands of safes, including Liberty Safes. My goal was to help gold and silver stackers find the right safe to safely store their precious metals. Check it out right up there if you haven't seen it. Got a lot of views, a lot of positive comments. See, I'm in the market for a safe upgrade, and Liberty was on my short list. Thank you to all my subscribers who left comments, texts, emails, making me aware of this situation with Liberty and asking me to respond. I pinned a comment to the top of that prior safe video telling people that I'd be running a bunch of questions by Bill, but I can't wait for that second visit to his shop. So let's break everything down for you, including the latest response from Liberty Safe. A gentleman by the name of Nathan Hughes out of Arkansas was arrested August 30th on felony and misdemeanor charges for actions during a particular event on a particular day in January of 2021. Now, that's as far as I'm willing to go discussing that particular event here on YouTube. I have some very strong opinions on that whole matter and our government's over-the-top response, but that's not what this video is about, so I'm not going to go there. Anyway, the FBI obtained a search warrant for Mr. Hughes' residence and reached out to the Liberty Safe Company for access into Mr. Hughes' safe. Now, I'm not sure if there was any gold or silver in there. I'm sure the FBI was after other assets, but the FBI apparently knew, or at least assumed, that Liberty would be able to help them get into the safe. Liberty Safe is a private company founded in 1988 by Jay Crosby. It's headquartered in Payson, Utah, currently run by CEO and President Joe FAILl. And no, I am not making that last part up. The parent company of Liberty Safe is Monomoy Capital Partners, who acquired them back in 2021. So the FBI requested access to the safe in question directly from Liberty using a simple search warrant, not a subpoena. Liberty Safe provided the FBI with what can only be called a backdoor key to unlock Mr. Hughes' safe. Liberty calls it a, quote, factory set combination stored in a database that Liberty maintains. But to put it bluntly, Liberty immediately caved to our government and let the FBI into a privately owned locked safe. Reaction was swift and harsh. People were rightly outraged, especially current Liberty Safe owners. Glad I hadn't bought one yet. Calls for a boycott ensued, a la Bud Light. And I know for a fact that Liberty has already suffered from this backlash. And it makes sense to me because the visceral reaction is based on a lack of transparency and trust. Guys, it can take years to build trust, decades, and it can take just minutes to lose it. Here is the latest Liberty Safe statement, at least at the recording of my video, and let's read it together. At Liberty Safe, we are dedicated to safeguarding the rights and privacy of all our customers. It is a promise that remains deeply personal to our employees and leadership. Our company, one of America's oldest and largest safe manufacturers, was founded on the belief that Americans should have the fundamental right to protect and safeguard their valuables and property. Dedicated to safeguarding the rights and privacy of all our customers. Please. Actions speak louder than words, okay? And the key word for me here is privacy. My last video discussed all the ins and outs of security and protection from burglary, fire, etc. But I made the false assumption that the manufacturer would protect my privacy. People demand it, and I'm sorry, Liberty failed. As a courtesy to our customers, Liberty Safe has long adhered to industry standards by maintaining a secure database of factory set combinations. This practice helps customers regain access to their safe for a wide range of reasons, including loss of the original combination, service requests, and warranty issues. Liberty Safe processes over 4,000 requests of this type annually and provides combinations to safe owners only once they provide clear documentation of their identity and their ownership of the safe. Two words that hit me really hard right off the bat: industry standards. By the way, when I was prepping for this video, I got a call from Bill at Dependable Lock. I asked him about this statement right here, industry standards. I said, Bill, is Liberty the only safe company doing this? Holding a database of factory set combinations? His answer? No, they all do it. Liberty is simply the current whipping boy, the sacrificial lamb. They got caught, and now the word is out. However, every other manufacturer is dealing with this right now. They all have a database, and I'm sure they're all in panic mode in some boardroom somewhere. Frankly, I think they're going to make maybe a few policy changes, but lay low. They said that there are valid reasons for this database, and I did ask Bill about that as well. He mentioned one where Grandpa Bob dies and the heirs need to get into his safe. Well, okay, I get it. And it also says that they process over 4,000 requests annually. I'm not sure if this includes law enforcement requests or just owners or whatever, but while a database of backdoor keys might be okay at some level, it still bothers me greatly. And what really burns me is that the customer didn't know that there was a database. Folks, when you buy a house, one of the first things you do is you change the door locks, right? You have to call a locksmith if you lock yourself out or break a window or whatever it takes to get in your house. And that includes law enforcement. You don't want them to have a key. However, the FBI wouldn't really need to have a key to your house. It just busts your door down. And by the way, that's an important point about safes that I'm going to get to later on in this video. But let's continue. We listen to our customers and update our products and practices in response to their evolving needs. Today, we are announcing a change that empowers our customers with greater control over their information. Effective immediately, existing customers can visit this website and fill out the form to have records of their access codes expunged. In the coming weeks, we will be releasing a feature that gives every new customer this option when registering their safe. Now, if you already have a Liberty safe, both of these things ring hollow. Yeah, you should probably go to their website and expunge your data. I bet all the safe manufacturers are going to have their own websites to do this, but an FBI search warrant reported on Twitter or X should not have prompted this policy change and so-called transparency. Geez, come on, guys. This is too little, too late. This change allows customers to take control of how their information is stored and protected. We understand that many of our customers are willing to assume the responsibility of safeguarding their own combination, while those who opt out of our data storage process will have limited recourse in case of a lost combination. We respect their choice and are here to support them in the way that's best for them. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it straight-faced here while I read this, but come on, we're adults here. We can provide our own backup. Thank you very much, Liberty. I can secure my combinations, my passwords, my private data with, family members or others that I trust. I can secure the information in other physical locations. Yes, if I lose the combination, I assume the cost of drilling the safe, the cost to repair or replace it. But that's just like if I had locked myself out of my house. I would have to assume the cost of breaking a window to get in. Really, this whole paragraph is embarrassing. We also have revised our policies around cooperation with law enforcement. Going forward, we will require a subpoena that legally compels Liberty Safe to supply access codes, but can only do so if these codes still exist in our system. This is probably the worst part of this whole thing. A search warrant? Really? Do you guys remember what Apple did when they were facing an FBI demand to unencrypt iPhones or a case? It was back in 2015, 2016. Apple got at least 11 court orders compelling them to extract data on locked iPhones. Apple couldn't do it on some of their versions, but on the ones that they could, they said no to the FBI. Now, the FBI went elsewhere and were able to get into the phones, and I'm going to tell you how that relates to SAFES, but Liberty Safe should have simply said no. Sounds like they got religion now and it will require a subpoena, but frankly, I think they should still say no. Fight it, like Apple. But maybe I'm asking too much. I don't know. All right, finally, they give their mission statement, whatever. So what can you do? First, I have to reiterate, a backdoor key exists for all safe manufacturers. This isn't just a Liberty thing. Second, a backdoor exists for both electronic and mechanical locks. This is really important. An electronic lock, the ones where you press the buttons, right? It comes with a standard combination from the manufacturer that you need to change. And you better change it when you buy a safe with an electronic lock. But the manufacturer is able to provide both an electronic backdoor key and the mechanical lock combination that comes with the safe. The difference is that you can change a mechanical lock so that the manufacturer can no longer provide the combination to law enforcement. But be aware that you can also royally screw yourself up if you don't reconfigure your mechanical lock correctly. You want to do that? That's fine. You're a big boy. You take the risk. Third, there's something I highly recommend you do right now that makes it impossible for any manufacturer, not just Liberty, to provide the FBI or any organization with a backdoor key. And this came straight from Bill at Dependable Lock Company. He's providing this valuable tip to you through me that you probably need to do if you care about your privacy. Rip the serial number off your safe, regardless of the manufacturer. Law enforcement must provide, should anybody, even the owner, has to provide the serial number to gain the backdoor key. No serial number, no backdoor key. It's not the residence, it's not the owner, not the person arrested, but the serial number that is stored in the database, and it's required for any manufacturer to give the key up. So feel free to rip it off and burn it. That's what Bill is recommending to his customers. So bottom line, well, Liberty Safe, frankly, all other safe manufacturers screwed up by not telling us about their practices. Law enforcement can get into your safe if they really want to. In the 5 hours it may have taken the FBI to do it the easy way, they could have drilled open Nathan Hughes' safe. The FBI has their own group of safe crackers. They could have done it without the codes. And no, while we're all angry and ready to dig a hole in the ground to store our gold and silver, Liberty is not an arm of the FBI. They don't have an office at the FBI building. They're a safe company that blew it big time and are rightly facing the wrath of the consumer. Speaking of digging a hole in the ground to store your precious metals, I have an upcoming video on doing just that. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss that video when it drops. So thanks for watching, and as always, I hope your day is A-OK.